Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about a topic that I absolutely love, which is selling digital prints on Etsy. And I'm going to be talking about 5 things that not too many people talk about when it comes to selling digital products on Etsy. So if you want to learn how to save time, how to avoid extra headaches, how to avoid bad reviews, make sure that you watch all the way till the end so you can learn about these 5 tips. And if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe today. Don't forget to show me some love by liking this video and leaving a comment below. So let's go ahead and dive in. So tip number 1 is to be transparent. One thing that I have learned is that many people are still pretty new to the idea of what a digital download is. And I have gotten many people that purchase from me thinking they were going to get a tangible item when they actually ordered a digital download. So, what I mean by be transparent is try to put or try to tell customers what you sell everywhere and anywhere on your Etsy store. So, making sure that your listing description tells the customer that they're buying a digital download, making sure that in your actual photos, you have a photo that says no physical item will be mailed, making sure that your shop announcement also tells customers what you sell and that you only sell digital downloads, but be as transparent as you can. This will avoid you unnecessary messages. It will avoid unnecessary bad reviews. And in the case that someone open a case against your shop, because you have it everywhere listed that they're not, that you only sell digital downloads, that will only help you win that case and not have any strikes against your store. So it's very, very important that you be as transparent as possible. You're still going to get the occasional customer that's still going to ask you questions, but that's just part of being a business owner, in other words. So don't take it personal. Tip number 2 is zip file. Make sure that every time you upload a zip file for your digital prints, you include a cheat sheet telling the customer how to download a zip file. You wouldn't, I get so many questions about this because people don't know how to extract the files from the zip file. They never heard of a zip file. They don't understand how to use it and they get very frustrated. It's gotten so bad that I have gotten bad reviews because of it. So, in order to save my energy, save time from going back and forth with the customer, make sure that you include some cheat sheets. So, I include zip file instructions. So, I tell the customer if you're opening the files from a Windows computer, these are all the steps. If you're opening the file from a Mac computer, these are all the steps. And that's going to help you unnecessary headaches, to be honest with you. And then for the customer, it's going to be a good thing for them as well because they have everything they need to know and they're not going to get as frustrated trying to download the file, especially if they never used a zip file before. Tip number 3 is always provide a screenshot. So if you do any type of personalized item like I do, and you happen to have to mail that item out, email the item out to the customer, make sure that whatever email you use to email the customer, so whenever you email the file to the customer, take a screenshot that the file was sent to the customer. How you do that is you hover where it says to, and it will show up, it will say to, which is their email address, from will be your email address, and then make sure you include the attachments. And this is just for verification purposes. So you take a screenshot of that, you go back to your Etsy store, and when you close out the actual order, you will put on the Etsy store, you will say, hey, thank you so much for your order. I have completed your order, and I have attached a screenshot below as proof that it was emailed to your email. And this is great for many reasons. If the customer says, I never received the email, you have proof that you did send out an email. If the customer says, let's say they say, well, it's 4 months later, they're like, no, I never received this order. You have proof of it. If the customer opens a case against your store, you have proof of it. So it's just having proof that you actually did email out the customer the actual file. So it's just important for you as an Etsy seller to protect yourself. And that's the only way that you could protect yourself, because there's no tracking number. There's no nothing. There's no other way to track it. So make sure you have that email. And it also saves you time, because later on, if the customer says, well, you never emailed me this, you don't have to go back to months, prior, trying to find that email. Maybe you deleted it and have to doubt. You won't have to doubt, because you have to prove. You send it to them as soon as you closed out the order. So you did everything from your end correctly. So always provide a screenshot when the order has been completed. Tip number 4 is offer as many sizes as possible. So when you sell digital downloads, it doesn't cost you any more money to make 8 by 10, 11 by 14, 16 by 20, 18 by 24, 20 by 30, 24 by 36 size. It really doesn't cost you no more money to do that for the customer. It's a little bit time, right? Time consuming to create the different sizes. But once you have them available, once you do them, you could save them and just give that to customers. So what I recommend is, what I've noticed from my own digital stores is that the moment I started offering more sizes to customers, that's when my sales increase. So if you could offer as many sizes and also accommodate international sizes. So if you are in Australia, their standard size is like a A1, A2. And if you want to know the measurement of that size, all you do is Google it. If you go to Google and you put A1, A2, it tells you the size, and then you just create the size for the customer. That's how I learned it, because a customer actually asked me, do I do those sizes? So if you start offering those sizes to customers, or as many sizes as possible as well, your sales will increase. So I highly recommending offering as many sizes as possible and making sure that you include this in your listing description. Tell the customer this print comes in 5 different sizes or 6, and you will see that your sales will increase for sure. And number 5 would be invest in a hard drive. With a digital store or selling digital downloads, especially if you sell prints, the nice thing about it is that you could go from 100 listings to 500 listings like that. Because when you sell like jewelry, you have to physically make the items. But when you sell digital downloads, even though you're making the items, it's easy to replicate one listing and make that listing in 10 different listings, because you could just change the font color or the background color. You could just make little moderations and make 10 different listings in 5 minutes. So making sure that you have a hard drive that you could start saving those files. You want to save an editable file. The reason why is because a customer might reach out to you and say, hey, I love this design, but I want it in red font. Or I love this design, but I want it in blue font. So having the editable file will save you time, because all you have to do is go back to the editable file, edit the file, change the color, and then send it to the customer. Obviously, charge them for the personalization of it. But invest in a hard drive. I got mine on Amazon for like $60, and it's 1 TB. It has a lot of memory. And this will also save your computer also from eating up your memory and making it very, very slow. So take it from me, buy a hard drive. So these are my 5 top tips when selling on digital prints on Etsy or any other platform. These are going to be the most common things that you're going to start noticing, and by knowing them beforehand, it's going to save you some energy, time, headaches. And if you do some of these tips that I recommended, it's going to help you in the long run. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you like videos like this, let me know in the comment section below. Say yes, I do. Thank you guys for watching, and thanks again for your support. Bye bye.